The myth of the Tower of Babel explains the origin of a multilingual Earth. In this tale, humanity unites to build a tower to reach the heavens, so they are not scattered across the planet. Yahweh, the Creator, looks down upon humanity and realizes they would achieve this feat and everything else they aspire to do. Yahweh believes this desire to be like gods is bad for humans and confuses their language. As a result of these language differences, there was conflict during the tower's construction, leading to their dispersion from Babel and scattering across the earth. Numerous languages present a seemingly endless opportunity for language learning providers in various forms. When I was growing up, there were many ways to learn languages that your parents didn't speak. You had a teacher at school, you enrolled in a language class at a place like Alliance Française, watched a TV show like Dora the Explorer, or used a compact disc from a company like Rosetta Stone. Some students would combine multiple methods. For instance, I learned French through my teachers at school, watching lots of TV5, and attending classes at Alliance Française. The rise of the internet began to change things as translation and language learning sites sprang up. When we completed our French assignments at school, I recall that we would input the answers into Babelfish and later Google Translate. Today, there are various ways to translate languages. Tools like Google Lens, Google Translate, and Zoom make it easy to understand others. Yet the fundamental human desire to listen, comprehend, and authentically connect remains strong. Enter Duolingo. Duolingo is a popular gamified language learning app that provides bite-sized lessons in various languages. It focuses on developing vocabulary and grammar skills through interactive exercises, including reading, writing, listening, and speaking. This growth case study will examine Duolingo's successful attempt to dominate language learning and education. In recent years, the company has become associated with the most outrageous and eccentric marketing stunts, embedding itself into pop culture as it spreads its influence wherever you go. I aim to answer the question, why is Duolingo doing this? As always, this essay is skippable, so feel free to skip the sections that interest you. Duolingo, Origin and Success. Founded in 2012 by Louis von Ahn and Severin Hacker, Duolingo is one of the most successful freemium apps globally. By the third quarter of 2024, it boasted over 110 million monthly active users, an impressive growth of 30 million compared to the previous year, and annual revenue of over $500 million. Duolingo is the most popular app in the education category, outshining language learning rivals like Babel, Memrise, Preply, and Busuu. Duolingo is a game. At this point, it's important to shift Duolingo's perception from just a learning app in the edtech industry to a learning game. The company has successfully built language learning into an endless game. Duolingo has built a tight retention loop with its gamified features such as streaks, weekly competitions, and earning systems like gems, medals, and experience points are just a few gamified features. For some analysis, it is better to think about Duolingo as a game than to think about Duolingo as an educational or learning product. The app has even built multiple character arcs into its learning, with main characters like Duo, Lily, Zari, Lane, and Falstaff. These are typical features of a game. This case study does not focus too much on Duolingo's gamification tactics, but we will talk a bit about why Duolingo is crazy. Duolingo is ramping up its product efforts with a remarkably bold and astonishing global marketing campaign featuring Duo, its prominent mascot. Duo began as an app companion designed to nudge users to complete lessons, engage in daily practice, or remember to maintain their streak. However, it has now become a tangible mascot that can appear anywhere. The mascot is the brand persona and is funny, annoying, sarcastic, silly, weird, and creepy. Duo is so unique to the brand that it's difficult to replicate by other learning apps. This is why Duolingo's mascot exists. Duolingo is pushing the traditional boundaries of learning apps and expanding into a gamified edutainment app. The company is approaching this by commercializing its app and infusing it into everyday culture. It then goes forward to ensure people keep using its apps with its retention features, while it earns revenue via a paid product with even more features. By creating a crazy brand and mascot Duo, the company can appropriately insert itself into any conversation on the internet, expanding its reach and acquiring more users for the app. The company has expanded its target audience from people who want to learn a language to anybody who wants to have fun with a learning game. Duolingo's business model. Let's talk a bit about how Duolingo makes money. Duolingo is one of the apps that operates on a freemium model. The app is free, but it offers super and super family modes. Duolingo monetizes free users through ads, while its premium features are ad-free. These premium modes with benefits like unlimited hearts when users make mistakes, skill practice tests, challenges, and no ads. Duolingo also earns some minuscule income via translation services and standardized testing. Just how successful is Duolingo at making money? In 2023, Duolingo increased its revenue by 44% to over $500 million and posted a net income of $16.1 million. This figure is important because he ended the previous year, 2022, with a $59.6 million loss, so 2023 was a massive win for the company. It then finished 2024 with 51% daily active user growth to more than 40 million daily active users and reached a record revenue in the fourth quarter, earning a total of $748 million in revenue that year, growing by over 40%. In 2025, it closed the year surpassing 50 million daily active users and generated more than $1 billion in annual revenue for the first time. Let's get to the future of Duolingo. Duo is not dead. While working on this essay and video, Duolingo killed its mascots and launched Bring Back Duo, an in-app campaign to revive its mascots. It successfully achieved that goal with millions of users playing to earn over 50 billion experience points. Now that Duo is back though, we can discuss the company's future. As a publicly listed company on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange, Duolingo has a market cap of around $4.73 billion and a P/E ratio of 11.51. While Duolingo stocks are currently trending downwards because of the rise of vibe coding apps, these self-built personal apps do not have any of the gamification features that keep Duolingo users coming. They also don't have the library of content that retain Duolingo's users. This is a core part of its edutainment experience. We think that investors might be overreacting to a few people who are building their own learning experiences with AI. Duolingo will continue to grow though, and there are predictions for Duolingo's future on its path to 1 billion users. Prediction 1. Beyond languages, music, math, and others. In October 2023, Duolingo announced the addition of math and music learning to its app. In 2025, it introduced chess. As said earlier, there are only so many people willing to learn languages. There are numerous subjects and topics that Duolingo could develop. I predict that Duolingo will introduce more subjects such as science, biology, physics, art, history, or anything at all. Duolingo has the potential to teach anything it chooses. In my survey of Duolingo users, around 80% were unaware that the app hosts math and music lessons. There's lots of revenue and usage opportunity here. Prediction 2. More apps. Duolingo has the opportunity to broaden its strategy and create more apps. Viewing Duolingo through the lens of a gaming company suggests it could benefit from maintaining a diverse catalog of games. This approach would align Duolingo more closely with companies like King, Zynga, Ubisoft, Konami, Nintendo, and EA, rather than with other educational app developers like Babel, Busuu, Preply, and Memrise. Prediction 3. More features. Learning is one industry where AI drives productivity and new features. Duolingo has long relied on AI tools to build content for its users, and with the launch of OpenAI's GPT, it's begun to do more. Several Duolingo users have long expressed frustration about their inability to speak languages beyond the app's content. Among actual language learners, this is a recognized issue with Duolingo that the company aims to rectify. In March 2023, it introduced new AI features in its subscription tier known as Duolingo Max. Built with OpenAI's GPT-4, Duolingo Max subscribers can engage in real-life conversations within the app while receiving real-time feedback on their language progress. By September 2024, he added another layer, video calls with Lily, one of the app's main characters. Prediction 4. More mascots, more media, and more revenue. There are numerous characters in the Duolingo app, and the company has been transforming them into mascots. While these characters are enjoyable for users, they represent intellectual property owned by the company, which can then develop media based on this IP. By creating these characters, Duolingo now possesses intellectual property that could extend beyond its app. It could produce a film series, a TV series, or anything involving an animated character. It has already begun to plant this idea by launching a plushie store where fans can purchase Duo, Zari, Falstaff, and Lily plush toys. Media is at the heart of Duolingo's collaborative efforts as well. It has partnered with Squid Game, Teletubbies, and Barbie. Duolingo even made an anime recently. This strategy is not unusual. Gaming is a form of media, and Nintendo, the makers of Super Mario, have amassed $10 billion from licensing its characters. Let's wrap this up. So why is Duolingo crazy? Duolingo needs to set itself apart in a world with several learning methods. By rethinking its app as a game, building characters with content, and rolling out consecutive marketing stunts, Duolingo is on a different path from other educational learning providers. The company has its eyes set on total world domination. Its features, crazy tactics, and storytelling will get it there. Did you enjoy this case study on Duolingo? Please like and subscribe to Growth Case Studies.